I'm going to explain to you what a confession of judgment is, why you should never sign such a document, and later in this video, I'm going to tell you about an alternative way to settle the debt without signing a confession of judgment. And that's the topic of this video. Hello again, everybody. I'm attorney Robert Flesses. Timmy D, one of my viewers, left a comment on my last video asking this: what is a confession of judgment? Should I sign it if they want me to admit to the full amount of the debt but only pay a settlement amount? Well, before you start dealing with a debt buyer's attorney, you really need to watch my debt buyer video playlist to understand the big picture, what you're getting into when a debt buyer sues you. Also, if you're in this stage of your debt buyer lawsuit, leave a comment and tell me the result of your case. I respond to my viewers. A confession of judgment means just that. You're admitting or making a confession that you owe all of the money that the debt buyer is suing you for. We'll never sign such a document, and here's why. It's a tactic used by debt buyer attorneys to basically nail you to the cross. They're doing two things by asking you to sign a document. One, they'll accept the settlement terms. But two, they're setting you up to get an automatic judgment in the event you fail to follow through with your payment arrangement. You're not required to sign a confession of judgment, and don't let them tell you that. So don't do it. Let me give you an example of how this works. Let's say the debt buyer is suing you for $2,000. Instead of fighting the case, you offer to settle for $300 and you make installment payments of $100 over 3 months. The debt buyer's attorney is going to agree. Sounds good, right? Then the attorney, as part of the settlement, hands you a confession of judgment document and says, sign it. You're thinking, what for? Well, the attorney's going to tell you, well, in the event you miss a payment, I can go back to the court and get a judgment for the original $2,000. The attorney says that the confession of judgment is giving you an incentive to make your payments on time. Here's how that agreement, the confession of judgment, is going to bite you. Let's say that when the third payment is due, your car needs major repairs that you didn't anticipate. You call the attorney and see if you can extend the time to make the third payment. The attorney says no, make the payment. So you skip the third payment anyway because you desperately need the money to fix your car. The attorney knows that you missed the payment and runs back to the court and gets a judgment against you for $2,000. That's it. Now, instead of owing $300, you're back to square one and you owe the debt buyer the entire $2,000, less what you already paid. Next, they're going to go after your wages. A confession of judgment is valid only if you agree to it. Well, here's the better solution. Instead of signing both a confession of judgment with a settlement agreement, ask the attorney to just draft a simple settlement agreement. But be prepared to pay the entire $300 simultaneously with the signing of the settlement. The problem is then solved without a confession of judgment and without getting a potential judgment against you on the public record. To conclude the case upon payment of the settlement amount, the debt buyer's attorney is required to file a satisfaction of judgment with the court. Once the satisfaction of judgment is filed, then you're done with the lawsuit forever. It's been settled without a judgment. Now, my next video will list all of the terms that should be on a settlement agreement in order to protect yourself. I'm attorney Robert Flesses. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.